Hello everyone, this is Divya, Assistant Professor, Department of Computer Science with Data Analytics, Dr. SNS Rajalakshmi College of Arts and Science. In today's class, we just made a discussion on command line arguments. So first I start with the introduction where the command line arguments in Python programming, which is the art of creating the flexible and powerful Python application through the command line interfaces. So here, what are the command line arguments and why you go for the command line arguments? Where the definition is, command line arguments are the parameter which is passed to the Python scripts when executed from the terminal or command prompt here. So they allow the user to provide the input without any modifying the source code, making the program more flexible for and reusable here. Where the key benefits of this command line argument is which is enhance the flexibility for the different use cases and automation and batch processing capabilities and professional tool developments, where the integration with the system script and pipelines, where the user friendly configuration options also here. So next, understanding the sys.argv, that is the foundation of command line input. Here when we importing the module that is which is behind by the importing system modules like imports sys. So access arguments, when we are accessing the arguments, there is a need of sys, that is sys.argv is the list containing all the command line arguments here. Index 0, that is sys.argv of 0 always contains the script name itself here. So retrieving file where the access user inputs. For example, I'm taking the sample program here for I'm importing the CS, that is print. I'm used to print the script name and I'm passing through the arguments with the index value of 0 here. So I'm printing the number of arguments. So also the argument list will be listed over here. So essential syntax and basic implementation patterns. So the basic access pattern is retrieving arguments using the index notation after checking the length. If it is if length of sys arguments, if it is greater than or equal to 0, the file name will be the I'm just passing through that system.arg will be the one here. If it is validation check, I am just always validating the argument counts before accessing to prevent the index errors. If it is length argument is not equal to 3, I will be print like usage script file number 2. So that is the system exits of 1. Iteration pattern, so the loop through arguments for processing the multiple inputs. So for I'm just using for loop. So arg in system.argv of 1, I'm just processing the arguments here. So ORG pass module, professional argument passing. So the argument parser creates the parser object with the program description and add argument which is defines the expected argument with the types and help text and pass arguments, that is process command input line, and also returns the namespace object here. Where the advantages are automatic help message, type conversion and error handling, optional arguments and default values, and custom validation. Advanced features, optional arguments and data types, where the optional flags use the prefix or for the optional arguments with the default value here. So I'm just add arguments of web posts. So here action store, I'm just making the action as stores true off. So help enable the web output here. So when we go with the type conversion, specifying the data type for the automatic validation and conversion here. So I'm parser.add of argument with the count. The type is int and default I'm setting it as 10 and help the number of iterations here. So choice and constraints, so limit input for the specific values or range of the controlled option. So the parser.add arguments I'm just adding here. The choice is low, medium or high. The default will be the medium here. The flow chart of your command line argument processing. So the pass the input, that is reading the command line, and define the argument, set the parser and arguments. So import the modules, that is import sys.argv pass, and program execution, which is start the runtime here. So the real world application and best practices here, the common uses, the professional guidelines always providing comprehensive help documentation, which is follows the consistent naming conversion here, prove that sensible default values, and also test with the various input scenarios here. So this is a more core concept here, also the features added into it. So yes, here command line arguments in the Python program, we just make a discussion here. So thank you so much.